It's the NFL on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Jets and the Bills, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fighting his way through contact, and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jamin Davis in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They can.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow, longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Fields. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Allen. Looking for Beasley. Got him on the slant. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now Allen again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw is Fields. Johnson's got it complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Here's Fields. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now it's Fields. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
A give running right is Hall. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to throw. Fields able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing now is Allen. And Diggs has it. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The game is 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Another Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. The left side caught by Diggs. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. In motion left now is Beasley. Now Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Pushing through the contact. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cook is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for
Neutral zone
jumping.
infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks,
Still
waiting for the
second down.
pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Fields going to keep it running right. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Allen going to throw. It's caught by Coleman. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Allen. Caught on the slant. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Now the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 50, here's Fields. He finds Wilson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by battling up the long one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check on the Packers at home, Lambeau, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass to his favorite target, Amon-Ra St. Brown. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball again on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He gets away from one. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. And remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Again, Fields finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now it's Fields. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
To throw, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Taken down, back at his own 7. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
There's the stiff arm. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Fields now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll run with Hall. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Allen. Oh, he stays up. Pass incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Throwing now is Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Coleman, the man in motion left. To the air, Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Allen again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Allen to throw once more. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
For the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. Whoa, it still won't go down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
Allen going to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here we go.
Now Hall to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw is Fields. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll give to Hall. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Allen, a 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Jets now down by 7. A minute 51 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Here's Fields. That's caught by Wilson.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Fields going right back to Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially